Please have a read of the disclaimer, pause the video, and when you're ready, continue onwards. Renault Captur J87 heater blower motor location and removal. Please keep in mind Australia is left-hand drive with the steering wheel on the right. This process is not applicable to right-hand drive countries with the steering wheel on the left. If it does not look the same, it probably isn't the same process. Disconnect the battery and also make sure the steering wheel is straight. Watch the video in full. Now we need to remove this cover. We need to remove the steering column cover, and then we'll need to drop the steering column down, but we do not have to detach the steering column from the steering rack. We can leave that there. To remove this cover, there's this little piece over here, and underneath there's a torque screw, I believe a T20. And then to the side on the dash, there's a trim. You will need to remove this. It's only held on by clips. Use plastic tools. Don't use a flathead metal screwdriver like me. You can damage things. And then underneath this, there'll be another torque screw that you'll need to remove. And then once this is removed, all you need to do is pull this piece out and unplug the wires for those switches. These ones over here behind this, unplug those, and then remove this cover. Next, you can actually see even from now where the heater blower motor is located over there, and the reason why you need to actually drop the steering column. There's two screws that hold the steering column bottom cover in place. Once you remove these, there's these little clips on either side. I forgot to remove the other side at first, and then you can just pull these covers apart. First the top, and then the bottom. It's a bit you need to wriggle it out as it gets stuck onto the steering column release lever at the bottom there, and then you can pull this column cover off. Now, one thing I partially missed was you have to detach all of these plugs that go into the steering column and the steering wheel and the signaling switches and that sort of thing. At the end of the video, I will also be putting a how to test a blower motor video, so if you want to keep watching. Now that these covers are all off, there is this duct here for the heater for your feet. There's this torque screw you need to remove, and I believe it's only held on by clips on the back side. And you need to also remove this cover as we're going to drop the steering column down. And this one you need to wriggle it out as well. Be careful, you don't want to break any of the clips. I broke one. It's very hard to do this when you're holding the camera phone with one hand and just working with the one hand. So it should be easier for you to do. Now unplug all of these plugs. Make sure you know where they go. Take pictures. Like these ones, they go to the front, to the side of the steering column. I lost the video where I was unplugging all of these, but you need to unplug all of these because we're going to drop the steering column down. I have some of me unplugging this stuff, like these, but I missed some of them. Once you've unplugged, what's holding the steering column in place are 4 13mm nuts. And when you unplug everything, you can go ahead and remove these nuts. This is why you need to make sure the steering column is in straight position and the battery is disconnected, because you're disconnecting the airbag and other instruments. Once you remove 4 of these 13mm nuts, the steering column will come down. I actually showed you unplugging from here as it was easier to record, but you should unplug before anything. As you can see, it's already unplugged now, everything at this point. Now you have access to the heater blower motor. There's a plug over there that you need to first remove, and how you remove this plug is it goes into there. On either side, you have to press on both sides simultaneously and then pull the plug out from the heater blower motor. And then what holds the heater blower motor in place is a 5.5mm 3 screws. I'll generally leave the easier one for last. Go ahead and remove all 3 of these screws. and then you can actually wriggle the blower motor out of place. This is why you need to drop the steering column in order to remove the blower motor. I do not recommend doing this at home if you are not experienced, as there is a lot of plugs that go everywhere and you don't want to damage anything else in the process. So the steering column has to come down as much as possible so there's enough space for you to wriggle it out. You can get stuck onto the pedal over here. That's why I just had to move it to the side so it came down a bit more. And that's how you remove the blower motor. If you want to watch how to test the blower motor video, just continue watching this video.
Today we're going to be testing heater blower motors, in particular motors that have 2 pins only, and you will see why. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly subscribe to support the channel. Our first method, you can see these blower motors have 2 pins. We'll be running a continuity test, and what this does is sends a current through the unit to see if there's any obstruction or breakage in the circuit. Once you do this method, if it makes noise, that means that it does go through. So on your multimeter, set it to continuity. It'll look like this volume icon, and then touch the connectors to the heater blower motor pins, and then you should hear the following noise. You can also do resistance. So if it makes noise like that, its current is going through. The second method, actually bench testing, which I don't recommend doing at home, is giving electricity to the unit. Please be careful. Don't let the positive and negative cable touch each other under any circumstance. So as you can see, it's spinning. That means it works given electricity. And then finally, you'd want the wheel especially to not be wobbly. So over here, it should be very sturdy and not wobble at all, or otherwise it'll make noise hitting around on the inside of the cabin. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to support the channel, and we will see you in our upcoming videos.